Hello, how are you all? It's been a while, hasn't it, since I've done a Feature Friday? Well, I'm so happy to be back, and this will be part of our, I'm just going to call it our renewal of and bringing back of the Feature Friday, because, like I said, it's been a couple months, I think, since I've done one. And I've really missed you all. So thank you for being here with me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen Borsch, and I am the owner and maker of this company that you see behind me called Knots of Grace. And you can find Knots of Grace at knotsofgrace.com or at knotsofgracereceived.etsy.com. So we are in a few places, and there's some others too, but those will be the ones that I talk about today. But I just wanted to welcome you to Feature Friday with Knots of Grace, and thank you for joining me. Today, what we're going to talk about is what is new. What is new in the shop at knotsofgrace.com. Some of these items you may see in my Etsy Knots of Grace Received shop as well, but most of them are just at knotsofgrace.com. So let me get started. And what I'm going to do, I have this little ticker down here, but I'm going to copy, technical difficulties is usually what happens. The first, here we go, copy. And for those who are with me on a regular basis, you know sometimes I just have a few technical difficulties. But all the items that you're going to see are going to be in our shop. And I'm going to show you that first, so then that way you know what you're looking for once you go out and go look for things. So let me jump into there. Okay, awesome. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And so on knotsofgrace.com, if you go into and are on the home page, you can just look at and hover over shop, and then you'll see new products. Also on the home page, if you happen to scroll down, you will also see a link of the new products that are in the shop. And the new products are those that I've added to the shop in the last usually 30 to 60 days. Excuse me. And so they are fresh and they're new and they'll be in there. And sometimes you're going to see them in there if they're sold out, but and some of them, if they are sold out, they can be remade. You just have to go and look at the information to see if it's something that can be remade. And if you anytime you have a question, you just send me a note. We have a little chat. And if it's not office hours, then I will catch up to you via email at the next time I'm back in the studio. So that is where you find these items. And so I have the links here for you. But let me jump into actually looking at the items. All right. So let me remove this screen, and I'm going to share another screen, my other camera. So bear with me for just a minute. Can you see that? It looks like you can. Okay, awesome. So as you see there, this is not one of my new items, but it's one of it's a customer favorite, and these are our hug tokens. And I just wanted to use it as a way for me to figure out where I needed to place things. Oh, good morning. How are you? And some of you, if you haven't said yes to the, adding yourself to the screen, to the what is it called? StreamYard. Some of you, I may not see your name. So forgive me if I just say hello and I don't see who it is that said hello. Or if you want to pop your name in there, you can definitely do that too. But good morning. Thank you for being here with me. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is one of it's a product I made quite a while ago, but I finally added it to the shop. I for whatever reason, I just didn't get it added. And so it's one of our signature items, our signature door rosaries. Oh, come on, screen. Mike. All right, well, I'm going to have to show you because that one just froze. Okay, no worries. I'll show you this way. So it's one of our signature items. And for those who don't know what my signature collection is, these are a collection of items that I make. I make the crosses. I pour the resin, color, make sure everything's done. I have someone who I work with here locally who cuts all the wood for me. But the signature collection was created because I wanted to kind of get back to my roots of working with wood. And my stepfather taught us how to work with wood when we were younger. And so I wanted to bring that back into my life and into my craft. Your sister. Well, I'm going to assume Kelly. So thank you for being here, Kelly. So anyway, I just saw the post that who it is, and she says your sister. I have two sisters, so I'm going to guess which one it is. So in the middle here is a golden purple. Let me get it close. A golden purple decorative cross, and this is made out of resin, and then it's on a two different layers of a walnut stained cross. And so I have this in 3 different colors of rope, and all of our rope is sourced from a veteran-owned company, and here in the States. And so you just know that I'm supporting our veterans here in the States. There are 3 different colors, and they all accent that middle piece very nicely. So we have our camo, which has some green and blacks and some neutral colors, as well as a little bit of purple in there. And you can see it there with the cross. And then we have a deeper, kind of a grapey purple. Gosh, you can tell I haven't done this in a while. I don't know where the camera is right now. So a grapey purple, so a darker purple. And again, you can see that. And then we have it in the champagne. So, what goes better with a grape than, obviously a grape becomes champagne. So these are the 3 colors. And not only are these awesome for Advent that's coming up in a week, but they're also a great reminder during Lent that's going to be coming up before we know it. The other thing I wanted to show you that's new is the way that I'm packaging our signature items. And so I'm actually going to put it back in the package so you can see. And these are just for our signature door rosaries. Can you see it here? So it comes in this little box. Sorry, the light's shimmering off of it. Comes in this box, and then once you open the box, inside of it, it has the cards that you get with your normal door rosaries, and you can just take it out. So this is like all of our things. Everything's pretty much gift wrapped. So if you wanted to put some wrapping paper on the top of it, or you didn't, or just a bow, then there you go. You're all done. And so inside of the box are the cards that tell you what it is. Sorry, y'all. There's a blessing for your home. Thanks, Kelly. And then I add into all of my single decade rosaries how to pray a 1 decade rosary, and then my card. So, oops, I had that upside down. So that is inside of each of our signature door rosaries. And so as you can see, I'm just putting this one in there. And so it's a nice gift item that's just super easy to gift and give to whomever you want to give it to, or keep it for yourself. Because obviously, if you're like me, not obviously, but if you're like me, when you go shopping at local craft fairs or things like that, there's 1 for me and 2 for you, 1 for me and 2 for you. So if you're kind of like me, you might buy 1 for yourself and then buy 1 for your loved ones as well. So with that, I wanted to also share that I'm offering free shipping. So in the shop at knotsofgrace.com only, between now and December 8th, I'm offering free shipping on orders over $75 in the US. Now there's a little bit of fine print, if you want to call it. And the fine print is just that it's for US only locations and it's only for one address per order. And so I want you to have the opportunity to get those gifts that you want to get, and then have some free shipping. And they're through December. This offer is through December 8th, on purpose, because that is my last date to, if you want to call it guarantee, I can't guarantee what the US Postal does, but the best I can do to guarantee to get your package in the mail in time for you to receive it before Christmas time. And so that's what the December 8th is. That's my cutoff for Christmas shipping. So that way you are able to reap the benefits there. So I will put this in, I will put this in the comments for you. And so that is for everyone who's watching this, whether you're watching it on Facebook or on YouTube, or you're watching it at a later date. That is for you to use during this season. And I want you to use that. If you have an order over $75, please use the free shipping code. And those of you who are VIPs, check back in your emails, because you have a different code that you can use. And so that is something, if you want to be a VIP, for Knots of Grace VIP, you definitely get a few extra little perks. It's you get also, along with perks in terms of discounts and getting to see new items and things like that. You also can save all year long. So you get a 12% savings all year long as being a VIP. And then you also get some other little things. And I send you a newsletter once a month. And my weekly inspirations, I email to you directly once a week. So you don't have to subscribe if you don't wish, but you get those directly into your email. So you can sign up. You can sign up for our Knots of Grace VIP Facebook group, or you can sign up for our VIP email group. And that's just, you can go to knotsofgrace.com or knotsofgracevip.com. So, all right. Enough of all that. I want you to be a VIP, but I really want you to see what the new things are in the shop. So let me get back to that. So like I mentioned, Advent starts in a week on November 28th. And as we know, the first week is hope. The theme of the week is hope. And so like most of my products, there's just that feeling of hope and renewal and trying to bring spirituality back into our daily life through these reminders, and also the ability to pray with the products that we have at knotsofgrace.com. And so one of those, this one's not new, but I want to show you the difference here, because these are our, what I call our runner's rosaries. And I've shown you these before. This one happens to be made out of tiger wood and tiger ebony. And then this one is made out of gray wood. So these are not new, but I wanted to show you them because I wanted to show you the new items because they're a little different. So I've added a smaller bead because people have been requesting a smaller bead, and I wanted to get these for them. So I've made them with a smaller bead, and this one here happens to be made out of what's called bayong wood, and this is kind of a caramel colored brown that's a little different. The size of the beads, so this one here is a 12 millimeter bead. This is a 10 millimeter bead. So I've made the bracelets the same size. So, you know, whether I want to put it on my wrist here, like so, you can see how it looks on my wrist. This one here is mine that I made about 5 years ago. So, and this one is tiger ebony. So you can see if you wear it in the shower, in the pool, and all that good stuff over years, how it changes the wood. So it's still soft. There's nothing wrong with it. I put a little bit of lotion on it every once in a while to keep it nice and smooth. But then this one is just, you can see it's a little bit smaller. So you can see the difference there. So in time, the wood will change because it is wood, and as it ages, you just need to keep it a little bit refreshed with whether you put some lotion on your hand and you wipe it on your beads a little bit, that will help condition it, or you can actually get a little bit conditioner and add it to it as well. But this one here, let me see. You're gonna find it. Let me get the link for you. It's $27, and I put the link here for you. So that one's a bang wood. The other one that I wanted to show you, this one, similar style to the one, did it go? There it goes. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay, so I apologize on that. But so the next one that I have to show you, it actually, so for those of you who prefer to have a crucifix with your rosary versus a, more simple cross, this one is a St. Benedict crucifix. And it's, a smaller version. And I'm going to show you compared to the original, just so you can see the difference. This one is made with what's called a Robles wood. It's from Robles wood. And all of these beads that you see, these that I'm showing you right now, are all from a Philippine tree, different kind of Filipino trees. And so they're just, a little more exotic than the oaks that you see in your backyard or whatnot. So this one has like a grayish brown tone to it, but it's not as gray as the gray wood. So you can see it's a grayish brown, but it's not as gray as the gray wood, right? Again, it's a little smaller in size. They're the 10 millimeter beads. And if you haven't seen these before, I can't believe I haven't demonstrated it. The way that you open it is you just pull along each of the strings here, and you just pull it apart, and then that way it's big enough so that you can put it over your hand. Then once it's on your hand, you take the two ends of the cords here and you pull it till the size that you want over your wrist. And here, I'll show it to you. Sorry, if I had my other camera, this would be nicer, wouldn't it? But what I like to do is I like to put one in one thumb, between the thumb and the palm of my hand. And then I take the other cord and I just lightly tug at it until it gets to be the size that I want it on my wrist. So that's what it looks like. And again, you can see it in comparison to the 12 millimeter bead of the other runner's rosary. And then this is the 10. The other one that I have on are my Advent bracelets. So those are in the shop as well. So on each of these, there are 10 Hail Mary beads and 1 Our Father bead. And they are in what's considered an abacus style, that you can count your prayers one at a time and make it easy for yourself to know where you are in the rosary. And this one is $29. I'm going to try and see if I can get that to go. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to show you is so this one is actually not an exotic bead, if you want to call it that. It's actually called a burley wood, and you can see all of the grains of the wood in the bead, which I think is beautiful. And I've paired it with this decorative cross. Hopefully you can see it. And the cross has grapevines on it, little raised grapevines. And so there's a nice texture to it. So if you're praying and you like a little texture, you'll know once you get to the cross. Obviously, you can feel the shape of the cross, but you feel that texture. And so it's just a nice little change of bead. The other thing that's different between this one and the others, this is a 12 millimeter bead again, but the cording, instead of being black, is this denim blue. So it's just a little softer, tone to it than say, the tiger black on black here, right? You would think I would have figured out things where the camera is after 20 minutes. That's just making me laugh. So anyway, and if you already have one of these products, or one of these runner's rosaries, or you have one of our Dora rosaries, I hope you get a chance and you tag us when you're wearing them. I haven't asked you all for this before, but I would just love for you to share the joy that your products bring, and share them if you're on Facebook or Instagram or wherever on social. Just use Knots of Grace Joy, hashtag Knots of Grace Joy, and I will feature you on our pages and probably in our emails. But I would just love to see how you enjoy your Knots of Grace products. So I hope you get a chance to do that. Let me just think of what else. There's a couple of other things that I wanted to mention that I don't think I've mentioned in a while. How long it takes to ship items. So most of the items in our shop are ready-made. So that means that I go into my storage unit, which is behind me, and I find your product and I wrap it and I get it ready to ship. So there's no extra time for me to make it. So what I can do, what I'm able to do because of that is if it's not a made to order item, then I can get it shipped within 1 to 3 business days. So that means if you order it today, by Tuesday, it'll be in the mail, and likely it'll be in the mail Monday at the latest. So just so you know, that's how I process our orders here. And so you can, if for some reason you don't receive an email from Knots of Grace telling you what your shipping tracking number is, then you reach out to me and you ask me, where is it? Because I rely on my automated systems that once I tell it where what the shipping tracking number is, that it's going to tell you. So if for some reason you don't receive that in 3 business days, I want you to let me know. I think I've already talked about everything. And I told you about the shipping. I'll pop that back on the screen real quick before we go. I do want to remind everyone, not to scare you, but just to remind you that we've got 1 more week before Advent begins, which is super exciting. We have 2 more weeks before St. Nicholas Day. So if you and your family celebrate St. Nick's Day, the Feast of St. Nicholas, then that is in 2 weeks. And then Christmas Day is 5 weeks away. So while many of us, if you're like me, it's been like, oh yeah, we're getting ready for Christmas, it's on us. We are here. And so if you want to buy something of spirituality and something of faith, and we have it in our shop, I hope you give us the honor of ordering from us, and let me know if there's a way that I can help you find what you're looking for. If it's not something you see in the shop, you never know, it might be somewhere else in the shop and you just haven't discovered it. So you can always reach out to me at hello@knotsofgrace.com, or PM me here on Facebook or on YouTube. So anyway, on that note, it just sounded like my Monday motivation. That's hilarious. But on that note, I do wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving, a blessed Thanksgiving, and a blessed Advent season. And I hope to see you again next time, because I will be back here on with my Monday motivation this Monday. But my next Feature Friday will probably be in a few weeks. So until then, take care. Bye.